So, by no means was it a classic European final or a final of any sort of capacity. In fact, the two worst European finals I've ever seen have both featured Spurs, as it seems, but Spurs have managed to dispatch Manchester United 1-0, beat them 4 times out of 4 this season, and what Ange Postecoglou has said all season about winning trophies or winning things in his second year, always doing it, has come to pass, and he becomes the first Spurs manager to deliver a major trophy to them in 17 years. The question now remains is, will Ange stay in charge? Obviously, there was rumours that whether or not he won the Cup was going to be irrespective and he was going to go, but they've got Champions League football next season. He has won the trophy now, so we'll see if Ange stays in charge. I said before the game had been played, obviously in my prediction video, that I think both managers deserve to remain in charge for next season, regardless of outcomes. But now that Ange has won the trophy, I think it would be a really, really terrible decision to get rid of him. He's done something that some absolute titans of the game, Jose Mourinho being one of them, for example, it's a lesser titan in Antonio Conte, were unable to do with arguably better Spurs teams. And of course, Ange has been hit really heavily by injuries this season as well. The Premier League season not been good enough at all. There's no getting away from that. But, you know, they were arguing on commentary that maybe the league season was sacrificed to get the trophy done in Europe. European football this season from Spurs overall, out with a couple of disappointing draws and maybe a couple of one-goal losses and two-legged ties, has been pretty solid for them this season. Unfortunately for Manchester United, though, their first European loss of the season came in the final, so there's nothing that they can do about that now. Their season is absolutely miserable. One of the worst seasons. Well, it is the worst season in their modern history for sure. Trophyless, a minimum of 16th being in the Premier League, looking like it's not been good enough at all from them. I do still think it would be harsh to sack Amorim, although his performance tonight was questionable. Ange making a sub while winning before, which was kind of forced by hand with injury before Amorim decided to make any changes. And obviously the game of football itself, it was not a good watch by any means. It very much looked like 16th versus 17th place in any league for that matter. I was hoping for a more entertaining game in the prediction video that I done yesterday, where I predicted Spurs to win 2-1. But the game itself really wasn't all that entertaining at all. Hopefully the Champions League final can be slightly more entertaining at the very least. You would imagine it would be with the way the PSG play football, and potentially the Conference League final being more entertaining as well. But the big thing for most people is now the Spurs being unable to win major silverware joke is gone. That's what most people that wanted Manchester United to win this fixture were looking to maintain, would be to be able to laugh at Spurs for not winning a major trophy. But unfortunately for them, that is gone now. It's all just going to be very interesting to see where it all goes from here. We still, of course, at the time of recording, haven't actually heard Ange's thoughts since winning the trophy. Spurs have been celebrating on the pitch, and quite rightfully so, since then. And we haven't heard from Manchester United either with Ruben Amorim or any of the Manchester United players. We heard from Brennan Johnson, who was pretty vague when asked about Ange being there next season. He just thanked the manager and helped them get into this stage, and he said he can't wait for the interview himself. But as I said, no word from Manchester United players just yet. But Ange on the pitch looks happy anyway, as do all the Spurs players and fans in the stands as well. So we will see what ends up coming from it in the coming hours. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new around here, please like and subscribe, and consider checking out the other content on the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.